Okay, welcome Spanish 1. This is Unit 21. We are getting a preview today. Here is our calendar for week 4. So on Friday you're going to start your new unit, and that's what I'm going to focus on today, the vocabulary and the grammar. Our essential question, our agenda is to go over the essential question. If you're here in person, I have a good number. You're going to get your credit as long as you sign in. Sign in sheet, can you guys hand it over, please? Vocabulary will be at home, and grammar is on comparison. Okay? Those who are here via Elluminate, I'll try my best to answer your questions. Just keep in mind that I have students here in person as well. Okay, your essential question, when do we use comparisons in Spanish? And provide examples. Okay. Let me know when you guys are ready and I can move on to this one. You guys are probably all grammared out. Okay, one more time. When do we use comparisons in Spanish and provide examples? Those of you who are here, you don't have to turn in the response. Only the ones who are joining me via Elluminate or who are watching the recording. Okay, so when you go over your vocabulary, make sure you print that out. I'm going to go over the pronunciation. You guys can follow along with me and try your best as well. We have el cuarto de baño, el baño, el dormitorio, el comedor, el garaje. What's el garaje? The garage. La cocina, kitchen. Okay, la sala, el cuarto y la silla. El televisor o la televisión. Okay. Here we use la televisión a lot. Okay, Southern California. El sofá, el escritorio, el tocador, el sillón, el espejo, la mesa y el teléfono. Okay. El jabón, el baño, la bañera o la tina, the bathtub, el cepillo, el peine, el lavaplatos, la secadora y la ducha. Okay, so I'm just following this pronunciation-wise. If you're having issues, let me know. El papel higiénico, el cepillo de dientes, la pasta de dientes. So if you remember dientes, you can remember toothbrush and toothpaste. La máquina de lavar o la lavadora. Limpiar, cocinar, secar y ducharse. To take a shower, ducharse. Our last set here, some chores, los quehaceres. I'm sure you guys help your parents out, right, at home. Doblar la ropa, planchar, recoger, sacar la basura, tirar, lavar, mirar la tele. That's not really a chore. Okay. That's more for fun. Unless you really don't like to do that. Mirar la tele. Okay, so here is a picture of la casa. What I want you to do is just try to name as many as you can without looking at your vocabulary sheet that you already know. Okay? Try your best. And then you can go back and look at your vocab sheet. add vocabulary to your house. Mm-hmm. And then those of you who are here through Elluminate, you can use the whiteboard tool and then add to the house, add vocabulary to it. Okay, so you can enter text on the page. It's one of your whiteboard tools with the A and some lines. It says enter text, and then you can click on it. Okay, so el televisor or la televisión, and you can add to it. So I'm going to give you guys some time, those of you who are joining me via Elluminate, and then those of you who are here, just add to your chart as much as you can. You're going to have a lot of practice with this during this meeting. So let's see how much you already know. I was going to make you guys create your own house and share it. That may be first. It would take a long time. Some of you might have a room. It's going to take a while. At least name your 4 parts. What is this called? What is this called? This called, this called. If you know the basic vocabulary, and then you can get to your specifics. Okay, good. You guys are writing, adding to our house here. It is so much easier to just enter the text, okay, instead of trying to write it out with a pen from the whiteboard. Just to let you guys know. So first start with, okay, what's that first room called? What's that first one called? El baño. 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 There we go. Baño. Número 2. What's number 2? El dormitorio. El dormitorio. You're trying, and that's what I like. El dormitorio. 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 Okay. What about the third one? La cocina. La cocina. Hey. And number 4, la sala. La sala. La sala. So, you know, if you know these 4 rooms, then you can get to the specifics here. So we have el baño. Muy bien. El número 2, el dormitorio, la cocina y la sala. ¿Cuántos dormitorios tienes en tu casa? ¿Cuántos dormitorios en tu casa? What am I asking? How many rooms do you have in your house? Yeah. Good. Okay, so you would answer with your numbers. Yo tengo 4 cuartos, 3 cuartos. Okay. ¿Cuántas salas? If it's more than one. ¿Cuántas salas en tu casa? Okay. ¿Y cuántos baños? Some of you might be lucky and have more than one kitchen. Yeah. Una cocina. Okay. If you live in a nice, una mansión, mansion. Okay. We're going to move on to our next slide here. Okay, comparison. We use comparisons in English as well, and these are to show if something's inferior than something else, superior, or equal. Okay? And I gave you guys I gave you a practice sheet as well. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so again, they are used to express inferiority, superiority, and equality. Okay. So for you guys viewers are here in person, I wrote down the rules, and then you're just gonna complete it once it's done. Okay, so to express inequality, if you want to say something is better or worse than something else, we would use más o menos, then the adjective, adverb, noun, whichever you're referring to, and then que. Same thing as more or less than. Okay, our second one, this is what you're going to use for when you're referring to two items being equal to each other. Tan, then the adjective, adverb, and then como. Tanto plus noun and como. The same thing as much and many as. Okay, you have this on your sheet, so you don't have to write it down. Examples. I think these help a lot. Tú eres más guapa que ella. You are prettier than she is. Number 2. Juan habla más despacio que Paco. Juan talks slower than Paco. Okay? Now we're talking about menos, inferiority. Yo tengo menos paciencia que él. I have less patience than he does. Charlotte es tan, okay, this is when things are equal here. Es tan inteligente como Anthony. Charlotte is as smart as Anthony. Nosotros tenemos tantos, if you're talking about more than one, zapatos como ellos. We have as many shoes as they do. Okay? Okay, so I want you guys to try the first 3 practice ones. Practice the first 3. Let's see. Yo tengo, okay. How do you say more? Look at your rules. Yo tengo más. How do you say clase? It's a classmate. I'm sorry, how do you say, yeah, classes. Same thing. Yo tengo más clases. Okay, let's try this one. I have more, so yo tengo, more is más. Clases. Clases. Then what are we going to use? No sé, There we go. Yo tengo más clases que tú. Okay, you have to use the más and the que. TU with accent. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it shows so tiny. Oh, there we go.
I hate using fear security. Okay, this is practice hard. What the heck?
Okay, let's try number 2. Juan has less money than Jorge. How do we say less in Spanish? Menos. Okay, so we're going to use the menos and the que. Okay, I want you guys to try number 2. I'm going to go walk around. Try number 2. Would you talk? So if you start off with
L-A-M.
yeah. So first you have to identify which of these patterns you have to use.
All right, so you'll say you'll be mental. Got it, yeah, let's have the class. I have both. There's English
And then we're going to use our again. Okay, that's fine. As long as you're using the pattern, that's what I want to see. Okay, all right. So I want to see you guys practicing. Practice using the practice. Okay, let's try it. Okay. All right, let's do number 2. As long as you can let me know what pattern you're using, you'll be fine. Okay? So we talked about more. More is más. So you're going to say más clases que. So we're going to do más clases que. So I want you to know what the pattern is, even if you can't translate the whole thing. So less money than skin. So how are we going to say less money than? What's less?
Menos.
And money is dinero. And what's the last part? Skin. Yeah, you need to follow the pattern.
What's money?
Dinero. D-I-N-E-R-O. So I just want you to show me that you know what pattern to use. You don't have to know every single word and how to translate it, but you need to know the pattern. So for number 2, Juan tiene, okay, we're using menos. This is the pattern I'm looking for, menos. Menos dinero que Jorge. Okay? So that one's menos dinero que. The first one was más clases que. Okay, and the third one is showing equality. So what is the formula for equality? I am as intelligent as she is. Yo soy tan inteligente como. So you're using tan and como. Yes. So if it's singular, you're using tan. And then whatever you're comparing, and then both. So what's the tan and what's the inteligente? And then you're going to use well.
And then Alex, that's she.
So you're going to use I am intelligent as she is, como ella es. Good. So let's see, yo soy tan, and then inteligente como. So we want to see these 3 patterns. I see that you're getting that part. Tan, okay, good. Menos, okay, más, okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
So which pattern are we using?
Yeah, so you would use tan, and then in the middle it has to have inteligente.
I don't even know how to spell that.
This is like intelligence.
This is, that was yes. So let's see if you guys are doing. Yo soy tan, inteligente como muy bien. Inteligente. Menos and más. Right. So if you're talking about more, it's going to be not. And if you're talking about less, it's going to be menos. And if you're saying they're the same, it's going to be not. Okay, for extra practice, try 4 and 5 on your own. And we're going to try 4. We're going to go over the other ones at the end of the session. Okay. When comparing actions, the word order changes slightly. Okay. The verb más or menos, and then que. Verb tanto and como. Okay. So you have your rules already that you want to pay attention to. Okay. If the action of the verb involves a description, you're going to use verb tan plus the adverb in como. Here are some examples. Vosotros camináis menos que ella. So,
What was number 4?
we're going to go over at the end. Okay. Tim come tanto como Dave. Holly habla tan humildemente como Jason. So the first part is you need to know just this basic information for when you start your unit. You're going to get more practice as you move on through Middlebury. Okay? So you don't need to know every single thing right now because we haven't even started the unit. Okay? And negative comparisons, if you're going to show a negative comparison, you're going to simply add the word no before the verb. This is how it works. Vosotros no camináis menos que ellas. Tim no come tanto como Dave. Holly no habla tan humildemente como Jason. Okay, and these are some irregular comparisons that you're going to see in Middlebury as well. Okay, mejor is better. Peor is worse. Mayor is greater or older. And menor is lesser or younger. Okay? Yeah. So for mejor, we're not going to say más bueno or peor, menos bueno. We actually have our word, our vocabulary that you need to memorize here. Okay. So we have mejor, peor, mayor, and menor. Okay, ella es mayor que su hermano. She is older than her brother. Marcos juega por peor que Paco. Okay. So those of you who are in here in person, we're going to do a little bit extra practice. So those watching the Illuminate, make sure you submit your essential question, response number 4 assignment on 2/6 in the calendar. Any questions right now? Let me know. This is a really good video, Senor Jordan. He goes over comparisons. I would copy this down. It really helps out if you need that extra practice. Okay, any questions right now? Okay, I'm going to end the recording. Thank you so much for attending.